game where I'm going to call on one of you guys if we're not careful. Jake, it looks like you're ready to go. Come on, Jake. Give me a question.
Hey, Jim. Wow, I have so many questions for you. Could probably last the length of a basketball game. Probably my biggest question, seeing as I'm a very passionate sports fan, very passionate about the teams I root for, is how do you remain kind of, I guess, subjective would be the word, while you're calling these games. For me, it's like I have particular players I really enjoy watching, particular teams I really enjoy watching.
Yeah.
And I just want to know how you would keep it kind of unbiased.
Down the middle. The middle. That's a good question. And it's truly the question of the week for me. And here's why. I'm like you, Jake. I have people that I root for. I root more for people than I do for teams. I like to see cities that haven't been represented or colleges that haven't had success in a long time. I'm like you. I mean, I get excited for them. I know how much it means. I root for nice people, people that I see are doing good things in their community. There's a lot of great stories on that I think that we all could do a better job of telling those on a more frequent basis. This is why it's going to be challenging. I went to the University of Houston. Okay. I love my school. I have a very special relationship with that school. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to do some things for the school that I could not have imagined when I showed up there. Along with my roommates in college, we endowed the first golf scholarship in school history, a program that's won 16 national championships. That's endowed in perpetuity. And then I had this crazy idea because the basketball program was so close and a big part of my life. 3 golf geeks endowed the first basketball scholarship in that program's history. 5 Final Fours, many NBA pros, 3 of the top 50 of all time, starting with Elvin Hayes, Clyde the Glide Drexler, great friend of mine to this day. I gave Clyde his nickname, the Glide. But along with Freddie Couples, Blaine McAllister, we endowed the first basketball scholarship. We wanted to be leaders. We wanted to show people how to do this. So we reached in our own pocket. We did some fundraising, and that scholarship was put away forever. Now, it led to other people coming in and endowing basketball scholarships. So it's going to be tonight on the floor. There's going to be a player for Houston who is going to school on our scholarship. The press room at the basketball arena is named for my father. At the football games, the press box overlooks the city of Houston is named for my mother. I've done similar things for the School of Communications, and I love my school, like you guys love Indiana. So now I'm going to be in a position, if Houston beats Oregon State, to call Houston in the Final Four on Saturday. That's going to, listen, I know I'm experienced enough to be able to handle this thing right down the middle, but it's going to be really interesting what I'm feeling inside and how I call it. I'm going to be really concerned that the other team, very possibly Baylor, I'm not getting past Oregon State here tonight. I'm not counting that as a win yet, but I've got to give Baylor a fair shake, and I will. But to call my alma mater at the Final Four and maybe next Monday night for a championship, holy smokes. I'm not making it up. I woke in the middle of the night, exhausted, called 2 games last night, started prep because of a one-day turnaround. I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about an end of the game sequence next Monday night with Houston winning the championship. What's that going to be like, and how am I going to handle it? I know that Coach Sampson can't think this way, but I'm already 3 games down the road with this in my head. Fretting maybe a little bit, excited about the possibility. But by and large, I don't have that challenge all the time, Jake. Most of the time, I'm looking down on the field and I think, you know what, Patrick Mahomes, I like him. He came to my home in California. We hung out. We played 2 rounds of golf together, get some golf balls in the backyard. I have a little golf hole in my backyard, and I've gotten to know him. I root for him. He's a great guy. He's doing good things. You know, Tom Brady, he was on the other side of that Super Bowl matchup. Tony and I called the game a month back. And, you know, I know Tom well enough to know the good things in the lives that he touches. So it's more like you. I'm rooting for individuals who I think are difference makers who have a grateful heart for the position they've been put in, who've worked hard to achieve and are given back. That's usually what I'm feeling.
Jim, I know you got to run.
No, I'm all right.